Bright Duty. Every student matters.
Question section and then try to answer from what we have just learned. The first one here we have is choose the correct answer. So we have a question and then we have options, and from here we have to choose the correct answer. The first one asks, the Coromandel coast is in, the first option is northern part of Western Ghats, south of Goa, C. Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu, D. Andaman and Nicobar Islands. So the Coromandel coast is in Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu. C is the correct answer. The next one. The islands formed by coral deposits are A. Great Andamans, B. Nicobar Islands, C. Lakshadweep Islands, D. The Maldives. So coral deposits means Lakshadweep Islands. The Lakshadweep Islands are formed by the coral deposits. The next. The most popular hill stations of North India, example Mussoorie, Shimla, etc. lie in number A. Option A. Great Himalayas or Himadri. B. Shivalik or Outer Himalayas. C. Himachal or Middle Himalayas. D. Assam Himalayas. It is C. Himachal or Middle Himalayas. Okay. Next one. The Garo, Khasi and Jaintia hills are located in which state? Option A. Assam. Option B. Arunachal Pradesh. Option C. Nagaland. Option D. Meghalaya. So, Garo, Khasi, Jaintia hills are in Meghalaya. Okay. Next one. The highest peak in the world, the Mount Everest, is located in which range of the Himalayas? A. Himadri, B. Himachal, C. Shivalik, D. Purvanchal. It is A. Himadri. The next question. These are short answer type questions. Okay. So the answers should be short. The first one says, list the important mountain passes in the Himalayas. So we have to name the important mountain passes. They are Karakoram Pass, Nathula Pass, Shipkila Pass, Bomdila Pass. So these are the names of some of the important mountain passes in the Himalayas. The next one, write a short note on the Middle Himalayas. So the Middle Himalayas, they are also known as Lesser Himalayas, and they lie to the south of Himadri. Here, popular hill stations are located. Okay. Example, Darjeeling, Shimla, Mussoorie, Dalhousie, Nainital, etc. Alright. Next one. So here we have to define 4 different features of the northern. So we have to define Khadar, Bangar, Tarai and Bhabar. Now if you remember, these are the different features or the different soil deposits that are found in the Great Northern Plains. Okay, we know that in the Great Northern Plains, this plain is a vast area which lies towards the south of the Himalayan range, the Great Himalayas. And then here, the rivers that flow through the Himalayas, they bring fertile soil, clay and deposit at the base of the mountain. And as a result of this land, the Great Northern Plain, is a very fertile area where the cultivation is very rich, and this area, the soil with which this area is formed is called alluvial soil. But how it is deposited is also very unique. Okay, not every part will have fertile soil. Okay, some will have pebbly soil, some will have wet soil, some will have very fertile and dry and perfect for cultivation soil. Okay, so according to the deposit of the silt, clay, etc. brought by the rivers, which is also called alluvium, these different kind of deposits are formed, okay, or the soil is formed, and they are called khadar, bangar, tarai and babar. Now we have to define what they are. So the first one is khadar. Now the khadar, it is the soil which is formed as a result of younger alluvium deposits. Okay, so the recent deposit of alluvium forms the soil which is called khadar. The second one, bangar. Bangar is the same kind of deposit, but where the deposit is older. So older alluvium deposits form the soil which is called bangar. Okay. The third one is tarai. Now this tarai, unlike khadar and bangar, is different. Okay. Here the soil or the land is wet and marshy. Okay, the deposit is such that the land or the soil in that land becomes wet and marshy, and as a result of this, what happens? Thick forests are grown in this area, and then birds, animals, insects also thrive in this area because of the kind of land or soil that it has. The fourth one is bhabar. Now the bhabars are pebbly. They are pebbly land or soil deposits. Okay, and they lie along the rivers. Okay, along the river channels, they are there. They are deposited there, and these are not wet or marshy, or these are not very fertile. These are very pebbly. That means there are a lot of pebbles in that soil. Okay, and pebbly soils are not good for crop cultivation, right? The next one is write briefly about the island groups of India. So for the island groups, there are two groups of islands. One located in the Bay of Bengal, that is Andaman and Nicobar Islands, and another one is located in the Arabian Sea, that is Lakshadweep Islands, right? Now Andaman and Nicobar Islands have more than 300 islands. Of these, only 635 are inhabited by people. Lakshadweep islands are formed by coral deposits. Okay. The next question, write about the western coastal plains. So they have only asked about the western coastal plains, not the entire coastal plains. Okay, so we can skip the eastern coastal plains. So the western coastal plains lie on the western side of the peninsular plateau. They stretch from Gujarat to Kerala. This area is narrow or narrower compared to the eastern coastal plains. Okay, and it has specific features such as estuaries, important ports, lagoons, etc. Okay, you can add more information to these answers as you like. Okay, depending on the question. I am only putting down important features or important points of these answers, but you are welcome to add more to the answers that I have pointed out. Now the next question asks, discuss the four main sections of the Himalayas in an east-west direction. So we know that the Himalayas is a very vast mountain range stretching from Jammu and Kashmir in the west to Arunachal Pradesh in the east. Okay, now this can be divided into various sections to study the Himalayas, the mountain ranges, and also to study the different features of it. Now here the question asks, we have to divide it into four sections from the east-west direction. So from the side of Arunachal Pradesh towards the west of the Himalayas. Okay, so this four division can be made according to the rivers which bounds these mountain ranges. Okay, so it can be divided into three different mountain ranges depending upon the rivers that bounds it, that limits it, or that differentiates it from the other as we move to the west from the east. So the first one from the east is Assam Himalayas. And this is bounded by the rivers Tista and Dihang. Now don't get confused with the name Dihang. We know that the Brahmaputra river, a very important rivers of India, and which flows through the Himalayan ranges, it has different names. Okay, in Tibet, in China, in the northeastern states of India, it is called by different names. So Dihang is one of the names. Alright, so the Assam Himalayas is that range of the Himalayas in the east which is bounded by Dihang and the Tista river. After that we come to Nepal Himalayas. Now this portion of the Himalayan range is bounded by the river Tista and Kali. The third one is the Punjab Himalayas. And this one is bounded by Jammu and Kashmir and Himachal. And finally, the Himalayas in the farthest west of the entire range is the Western Himalayas. And this portion of the Himalayan range is bounded by another two important rivers, which are Satluj and Indus. Okay, so this is the four main division of the Himalayan range from the east-west direction. Okay, from east as you come to the west, this is the division of the Himalayan range. The first one is in Assam, and then Nepal, and then Punjab, and then western one. Okay. The last question is, what do you know about number 1, the northern plains, number 2, the Deccan Plateau, and then the Thar Desert? So number 1, let us look at the northern plains. Now the northern plains lie on the south of the great Himalayan range. Okay, the vast plain is formed by alluvium deposits brought by the rivers such as Ganga, Indus, and Brahmaputra. It is a fertile region. Okay. Number 2 is the Deccan Plateau. Now the Deccan Plateau is part of the peninsular plateau and lies to the south. It has many hill ranges and plateaus. Number 3, Thar Desert. It is located in the northwestern part of India. Covers the area of East Pakistan and Rajasthan. Okay. It receives very scanty rainfall, hence it is very dry and arid and extremely hot. Okay, so these are some of the features or some of the important features that you can write for these different physical features of India. So for northern plains, you can say that it lies to the south of the Great Himalayan range, and this vast plain is formed as a result of the alluvium deposits which are brought down by the rivers that flow through the Himalayan range, and those rivers are Ganga, Indus and Brahmaputra. And because of these alluvium deposits, the region is a very fertile region, and as a result of this region yields very good harvests. The second one, the Deccan Plateau. Do not get confused with the Peninsular Plateau. Deccan Plateau is one of the parts of the Peninsular Plateaus. We know that Peninsular Plateau is divided into two main parts. The northern part is called the Central Highlands, while the southern part is called the Deccan Plateau. And that southern part is what the question asks you to describe. Okay. Now this is the southern part of the Peninsular Plateau. It has many hill ranges and plateaus. I haven't written much because of the very small space that I had in this screen, but you can add more information to it depending on the marks that is allotted for this question. Okay. The third and the last one is the Thar Desert. This Thar Desert is located in the northwestern part of India. It is also called the Great Indian Desert. It covers the area of the present-day East Pakistan in Pakistan and Rajasthan in India. It receives very scanty rainfall, that means very less amount of rainfall, and because of that reason the land here is very dry and arid. Arid means there cannot be cultivation here because of the dryness and because of no rainfall here. And it can be extremely hot. The weather can be extremely hot here in the Thar Desert. So with this, we have finally come to the end of this long chapter. I hope you had a nice time learning about the important physical features of India, and then you have also had interesting time learning about the distinct and various features of our country. So with that, I end this this chapter, with the hope that you will join me again in learning more to the geography of India in the next class. Until then, take care. Bye.